Hi guys, welcome back. It's Rivals FM and watching episode 72 of the Doncaster Rovers playthrough, The Rise to Glory. So today we've got a game against Watford, but before we get into that, let's have a touch upon the game that we just played off air. We followed the 5-0 victory up against Roma, which you would have witnessed if you watched the last game, with a convincing 4-1 victory against Swansea. So it looks like we are settling in just now, aren't we? A few updates, I suppose. A few players want improved contracts. Some of these players are on 60,000 a week. So I think they're obviously realising that, you know, we're a team that's competing in the Champions League right now, so they expect them to be earning like probably over £100,000. We can't do that though. We just don't have the resources to do that. We'd need like at least £2.5 million a week wages to be able to hit them sort of things, I think. But we're only 1.6 million or 1.7. I think we might have adjusted the transfer budget a little bit accordingly to sort of like compensate for where we're overspending. Which I'll touch upon in a minute. But I think we're expected to unachieve the financial fair play regulations on wages or something, which I'm not quite sure. It don't give me any sort of background information on what's happening with that, so I don't know. But I've told all these players I can't offer contracts, with the exception of one of them, who is Illy. He was only on £3,000 a week, and I think it's fair to say that's not good enough for someone who's an important first-team player of the team. Grant is injured at the minute, but, you know, he's coming back. So I negotiated with him. He only wanted £37,000, so I'm quite happy to give him that, to be honest. And we tied him down to 5 years. Fantastic. So, I say, we're on fire, guys. Watford to play today. Where are they in the league, then? So we're 5th. We are 8 points behind Manchester United, but they have played a game in hand. So we can bring it back to 5. We get this victory today. It's kind of an expected victory into Watford 11th. They're form-wise. They've won the last 2 games. A win against Leicester is not too bad, is it? Although saying that Leicester are 17th in the league, so it's not great, is it? Southampton, they had a close victory over them at home. Southampton are sort of like in a similar place, aren't they? In mid-table, they're 9th, 2 points ahead of them. So, you know, I mean, they're not outperforming the sort of position, are they, at the minute with lots of things. So, yeah, Crystal Palace are well overperforming, aren't they? But I don't think there's much else to really say. Moore is not very happy in terms of not getting game time, so I put him on transfer market. I spoke to him, asked him to put his name about. Didn't want to at first. He said he was quite happy to see out his contract, and I said, "Well, there's no place in the team for you, mate. So you need to do one, mate. Pack your bags." And he seemed to agree with that then. So he's having a word with a few teams apparently. No bids coming yet, although there is a bit of interest, and it's Stoke, so maybe they'll come in for him. You never know. Stoke are 14th though, so they have moved up off the bottom from when we did play them. So today, yeah, Watford. So I'll have a look at the tactics we're going with today then. Illy is verging on fitness into full fitness, really. 87%. He's out for tomorrow. Expected to return from rehabilitation tomorrow. Mancini has hit fitness, but he doesn't have the peak physical conditions, I guess, sharpness. So he needs a bit of game time. So we have to bring him on if all goes well, providing all goes well. Balde complained to me saying that I didn't keep the promise that we were going to start more regular first team football. I did say it's going to happen. It will be happening soon. You know, be patient, and he seemed to accept that one. I don't know if he's going to though. To be honest, I think maybe bring him in today for Bonfrisco. No. I'm thinking maybe put him in for Keane. Yeah, Bonfrisco's been playing well. I'm going to put him in for Keane actually. Yeah, we'll do that one. It keeps that bond there, doesn't it, as well? So that's what we're going to go with today then. It's got Roberto in there, Torrenega Barker, centre-back partnership. It's Alvino on right, Guy on left, who won his first international cap for Spain. Fantastic for him. How old is he though? 27. It's took a while, hasn't it? So obviously it's Doncaster Rovers performances. Doncaster Rovers have just given a little shove in the international career prospects, hasn't it? I don't know, maybe that means more teams will, well, I say more, some teams will come in for him, maybe interested in him. I don't know, they might try and settle in him. We've got Carlos Eduardo in centre with Lemaire and Montano. Up top, we've got Christopher Bonfrisco and as I just recently said there, Balde up top. So, hang on, is this? Oh no, yeah, it's Premier League. I thought we were playing League game then. I think that confused me a little bit. So, let's crack on. Let's get this game underway. Make sure I've got it all set up first as well. Don't want to be rushing through it, do we? There we go, that's what I want in it. Hand over to System Manager. It's not done too bad, it's doing better as the season progress. Apparently so are our team performances. That means we're sort of like it's pivotal on his team team talks as to how well we do, possibly. I don't know, I think what's been impressive is watching that Christopher come in. It's just, I think he won the Young Player of the Month award. I think he came 2nd or 3rd in the Player of the Month award, the senior one. But I think he scored 4 goals in 2 games. Phenomenal, absolute phenomenal. Aside from that, I mean, Montano's doing all right into, stepping in. 19-year-old, might be 20 now, I'm not sure. The Mexican. Barker's done reasonably well to say he's come in, and his form, not his form, his stats are deteriorating, aren't they? Got to accept that, but he's come in, he's done a job, We've been winning still with him on pitch. So it was obviously, he's a good backup to have, isn't he? Without a doubt, he's doing a job. I just hope he don't get unsettled. Bonfrisco! Oh, it's just over. That's my concern, especially if he starts playing. He's got a few starting appearances under his belt. He might be getting a little bit too big for his boots. You never know. Might be expecting games now. I hope not, because he's clearly backup, and I'm pretty sure we signed him to a backup contract. He is, yeah. So he should be happy. He should be very well aware that the reason he's playing is because players are injured. I'd like to think. Wijnaldum, he's there now, isn't he? Left for Liverpool then, I guess. Christopher didn't seem to want to. Is it Christopher? I'm going to call him Christopher, whatever it is. Christopher, yeah, whatever. He doesn't seem to want to challenge for the header there, though, did he? They seem to be just taking the piss now, don't they, Watford? They're just literally just standing on the ball and just passing it around us. I'm going to tell them, I demand more. This is where we score before it actually comes into play. I bet you. Here we go. Christopher, ball through. Bonfrisco. Oh, he got I called it. So now we've scored. I'm actually having a shout out onto the pitch to say I demand more. That's typical, isn't it? I told you that's how it would work. You know what would be interesting to look at is to see how our schedule is over the Christmas period. Because last year, remember the last season, it was quite hectic in the fact that we had Arsenal, Man United, Man City, all in the space of like 4 or 5 games, were it? It was ridiculous, honestly ridiculous. I think we struggled a bit then, didn't we, as well? Hopefully get an easier run this time, though. It definitely help us a lot, especially with, securing fatigue of players as well, Bonfrisco were close to getting his brace there. It's offside, apparently. It didn't look like it, did it? Oh, they've got Alexander-Arnold. Danny Blind. It's a team we should be beating, without a doubt, isn't it? And I think what we're going to have to do is Balde's going to have to come off for Keane, because it doesn't seem like we're performing. Our defence, we're quite high up there. I know we're doing it, but when you got one of their players standing behind him, I know it's an offside position, but you've got to be a bit wary of it. It's forced to save from Roberto. We don't want to be finding ourselves in these sort of positions, do we? Considering we're at 1-0, we need to be hitting a bit more. Barrinho, he's quite a good player in this game, isn't he? I've never really signed him, though. He's always been one of them that I think is sort of like, just needs to develop a little bit more, for the big clubs. And to be honest, we've never got him at Doncaster Rovers when we were at a level where he'd probably fit into our system. Because £110,000 a week. Jeez. That's ridiculous, considering... oh, hang on, what should we say? Stoked to fire with a few of them, didn't it? Yeah, I guess that's ridiculous wages, considering some of the players that we've got who are far superior to them are on like £60,000-70,000 a week. Well, how much is Carlos Eduardo on? I think I signed him to an important contract. Yeah, key players. On £71,000. It's about right, isn't it? I'm going to take Montano off because he's not seeming to do much. Might have been Brigantia on. Though we might have a highlight here. Oh, Baldy over top. Nice little touch. Papos Christopher! There you go, guys. I mean, I'm not going to bring Keane on. I don't think it's really much point yet, is there? I might bring Marquez on because he's not been playing. Brigantia for Montano. A deep line playmaker on support. We'll try it. We'll see how it pans out. I don't know. Not really rolled the dice with that one, to be honest. But, we took our second goal well here. We're edging a bit further away from them, aren't we? Securing our victory. 52 minutes in, we could definitely throw it away without a doubt. I've no two ways of thinking about that one. We want the third goal, don't we? If you get the third goal, it's a lot more comfortable. If they get a goal now, then they're right back in it, aren't they? Because I imagine they'll be quite happy just to get the draw. Oh, God. It's a good job he can't finish. Jesus. Barn springs to mind. Get rid of that. There we go. So 2-0 up here then. Do I make any changes? I think I make a change. I need to bring Mancini on, don't I? Because he needs a bit of match fitness. Maybe in 70th minute, what we're going to do, we're going to do that, yeah. Here we go. There we go. We'll bring him on now. Mancini. Get a bit of game time for Barker. I think that's how we play him, don't we? Yeah. Straight swap, really, isn't it? Yeah, they took that striker off that just could not hit the target. Paul wanted that. I'd be devastated from my play that. It's made the turn. They're switching it now. They switch flanks. I mean, you can pass it about all they want now. It doesn't really matter, does it? So that was Mancini. There you go. First 14 game. Look, Chris Frizz nicked it off him. Oh my god, he's just put it over. He looked like he went for something a little bit spectacular, didn't he? It looked like he's tried to get like a loft and curl it into top corner, which would have been phenomenal if he had. 2-0 there. I think he's safe now, isn't it? There's no way we're throwing this one away. Although we did that against Man United, didn't we? Wow. That's a fantastic strike. You got to tip your hat to that one, haven't you? You know, fair play, lad. You finished it off absolutely beautifully. Keeper can't do well. The only thing you can ask is that maybe the defence moved over a little bit and covered that a little bit better. That 2 shots on target and scored one. That's not great for the keeper, is it? But again, just switched it to Gaye. Get one back. Chris, a great touch. And it's a tackle like I was saying. Is it the own goal, though? It is classed as the own goal. Not really surprising, is it, to be fair? I don't think you can really argue it any other way. But 3-1, that's it. I mean, it might be getting a little bit more dangerous with that goal. A little bit more on edge. But we've hit back straight away. Christopher's took a nice touch. The player sort of like slid all the way through back of him and he's put it into his own net. Again, it's a bug on this game, isn't it? I wonder if they'll sort that out for FIFA. I thought Magic 19. Which I had pre-ordered, so I should be getting the beta for that one. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I think that one I might just do the Ronaldo experience or something. Go with Juventus, see how they can perform. Maybe try and turn them into a big contender. I don't know. There's other things I like to do as well in terms of sort of like similar to what's it called? Journeyman, or is it the Hexagon Challenge or something like that? I can't remember which one it is. Where you got to win all Champions League on each continent. So I might do something like the Journeyman, but I might kick off the beta with something like Juventus, because there's going to be bugs that I need to sort out with that one, isn't there? I mean, one of the big things that can be annoying with that is it's probably going to crash a lot. I've never played the betas before in the past. I usually wait till the release date, but I've never done Football Manager on YouTube before ever. So obviously, it's kind of the bread and butter of the channel as well, isn't it? So have a look at the league then. Let's see how we move. So we moved up into 4th. That's good. So overtook Crystal Palace. They've got a game now, so if they get their win, they could leapfrog us, couldn't they? Also, how did Chelsea must have lost then? That's quite surprising. So we're now 2 points behind Chelsea. We are 5 points behind Manchester United. Arsenal could move level with Manchester United, in fact. That's a hard game we've got to come up against. Man City are not performing very well. I've got a feeling their manager may get sacked at some point. Not sure who's in charge of them. Allegri, I don't know if he's been there for a while, quite possibly. De Bruyne, captain, key player, Dybala, fantastic player, I'm into. Phenomenal. Wow. What wage is he on? That's 425,000 a week. Pfft, Jesus. It's nearly a third of our wage budget. We'll never attract them sort of players, will we? Never really, not at all. I think it's probably about another 50 years before we get to that level with Doncaster Rovers. Anyway, let's have a look at the schedule and see what we've got to come back to then. Now, I'm not going to play at Sevilla. I said I won't. We'll come back to Reading game. That should be an interesting one. League Cup, we played well in the last one where we beat Leicester. A quite dramatic game because we were 3-0 down, I think, weren't we? We came back and we ended up winning at extra time. So Reading's going to be the next game, so we're going to leave it there then, guys. I don't think there's much to touch upon, really. Champions League-wise, we'll have a quick look, see how it's going around the groups. Manchester United and Porto are bossing it in that one. Atletico, wow, they're behind Shakhtar, so I'm guessing they must have lost to Bayern Munich. Wow, that's a hard group. Paris Saint-Germain, Milan, AC Milan, that is, and Dortmund. So Dortmund, well, there's a few draws going around, so Dortmund have not really lost, so they're still in running for it, aren't they? Paris Saint-Germain, you probably expect to win both games. Barcelona, Juventus, and Manchester City. Oh my God, there's some ridiculously good games going on. Manchester City obviously maybe struggling a little bit. Saying that though, I mean, I don't know how they've got on. They've won Slovan Bratislava. I suppose that's expected, and they've lost away to Juventus. At least it's a away game. Then obviously we're sitting in 3rd there. I mean, we're on 1 point behind though, aren't we? Arsenal and Inter Milan, I would expect them to be at top. I expect Arsenal top, then into 2nd. Monaco, yeah, they're dominating, aren't they, really? All them three are fairly capable of getting 2nd place, I guess. Real Madrid taking the piss as usual. Chelsea 2nd, yeah, I guess so. I guess they lost to Real Madrid. They did 3-0, they got battered, absolute battered. That don't bode well for us if we're playing them, does it, when Chelsea are turning us off at 4-1. Anyway, guys, we're going to leave it there. So we'll come back to Reading game in the League Cup. So I'd like to thank you for watching today. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Regular content coming out. I've mentioned it before. Football Manager is 2 days on, 1 day off, so it rotates that way. There's FIFA Daily as well, over 2 different series. Worth a watch if you're not familiar with FIFA. I'm sure you will be. I'm sure everybody's familiar with FIFA. If you've got comments or questions, stick them down in the comment section. I will respond to you as soon as I can. It's usually when I upload videos, so maybe a day or two after you put the comment on. And I'd like to thank you for watching again, and I'll see you in the next episode.